Hello, everyone. This question I propose to you. Can you make a ukulele out of steel? That's the question, and we'll verify if it can be done or not. This is a sketch my daughter drew. This is the exact shape. This is her ukulele she wanted, so she drew this shape to scale. I transposed it into a CNC program, essentially by mapping all the coordinates of our sketch on a little XY grid. And then I use some Bezier curves, some blending functions in my CAD program to get these shapes, and then I cut it out of my CNC plasma. Here is the top. I cleaned it up a little bit. This isn't the finished polish. I think I went to 200 grit, or 220, I think, is what I went on the top. And this is about just a little under a tenth of an inch. I believe this is 0.095 thickness, something like that. About a tenth of an inch. 0.1 inches is the top. The back is similar material. This is the neck brace. So I wanted to brace this up and make sure it was rigid. And so I cut out these little 45-degree. The square plate is the actual base that the neck bolts to. So the neck actually bolts on, and you'll see that plate in the subsequent shot here. And then there's a little 45 degree brace there. And so here I am putting on the tuners. This neck was a bolt-on neck that came with these tuners, and it was from CB Giddy. CB Giddy is the name of the company that sells all sorts of instrument parts. You can buy tuners, necks, bridges, just the fingerboards, just necks, bodies, wood, electronics. And if you're into building instruments, it is an excellent source. So CB Giddy is the name of the company where I bought this neck. This is a ukulele neck. This is the concert length. So ukuleles have like different size lengths, the scale. And so, there's baritone, there's concert, there's all different lengths. And this is a concert. My daughter wanted a concert length neck. And so I actually purchased from CB Giddy as well as this neck with the tuners and the strings. It came with a bridge. The bridge I'll be bolting onto the steel body. And I bought a template as well. The template indexes off of the fingerboard and positions the bridge in the exact position to have the right scale length. And so here I am just mounting these. And you'll see that template later on to space the bridge and I actually bolt the bridge to the body. So there's some these sandwich with a little threaded union, a collar. They thread on there, and then there's a screw that goes into the wood on the back side to keep it from pivoting. But I pre-drill those with like a very small drill bit. And here's the template. This template is made out of plexiglass. It indexes on the fingerboard itself, and then it places the bridge at the precise location for the right intonation and scale length and all of that. And so I'm just drilling a hole through the bridge and in and through the top. Now you can see I have the sides welded on already. I used a much thinner type of steel for the sides. I had to form all these by hand, the sides, and it took quite a bit of work. And welding the thinner sheet metal was a little bit of a adjustment. I've welded thin material before, but so I had to use a TIG. I use a TIG process for most of the welds, and but I had some video of the welding, but it got somehow I got corrupted. I think I had my GoPro too close to an electrical source, a high frequency electrical source, and those files became corrupted. But so I don't have any shots of the welding, but you'll see some of the structures underneath. I had to weld this body together. But so you can see here I'm just fitting up the bridge, and these holes are a very precise fit. They barely actually drop down. You almost have to turn them and thread them in. And then once I have that first one drilled, I go ahead and drill the next one. And then once these are drilled, I'll bolt them on. I actually strung this up just to check to make sure I didn't have to adjust anything, because I could have shimmed the neck out a little before I welded this in and fully sealed this up. I had some adjustments I could have made to the proportions at the neck connection. So you can see here I didn't fully. I bolted the neck on and got the bridge bolted on, and here's that template that indexes the bridge at the correct location. And so anyway, so I kind of tested this up to make sure, and I actually strung it and put tuned it a little bit and played it to make sure the strings were at a proper height. And I did have a little bit of buzzing. I did have to adjust the angle that the neck connected. The strings were a little too low, and so when you're fretting certain strings, it would actually get a little buzzing sound. So the strings were too low. I had to raise them up a little bit, but this is it. This is some shots here in the background. You can see some of the pieces I welded it where the corners converge. You can see the neck brace and the neck piece. This is before I welded it and closed it up. So here's the back. I welded the back on and got that. And this is it's now complete. The body is. So I sanded this to a pretty good amount. I can't remember what the final grit was, but this is going to get painted. Some people may think this is a cop-out, but where do you see this paint? I used a metallic blue. Now, this metallic blue was a very hard. It's an enamel. It's a very durable paint, and it is very durable. It adheres very well. You can paint directly to the metal. I did etch this a little bit with some sandpaper. I made sure I didn't sand it too high of a grit, but I did. This type of paint is an excellent paint, but you'll see some shots later in the sunlight. So here's the ukulele. It's strung up, and I have I made these little washers. You can see where to uniformly distribute that bolt force across that bridge, and to make sure there's no flexing in that bridge, because it wasn't glued. Like a lot of them, they're glued to the top of the ukulele. This is bolted on, and here you can finally see the depth of this paint is amazing. It actually has actual metal in it. It's not some type of optical thing. That is the real metallic flakes in that metal, or in that paint. So it came out really good. I haven't trimmed the strings yet. This is just getting some, tuning it up and checking the fit and everything. And I'm getting ready now to actually finally tune the guitar. And here we go. And I'm at the limit of my knowledge here of chords on a ukulele. I just know a few basic chords. I'm by no means adept at playing the ukulele, but here I am tuning it up, and you're going to hear some of my playing here. So enjoy. It turns out you can make a ukulele out of steel. It's been verified. So let me know what you guys think. I really want to hear your comments on this. And first time I made a usable instrument, my daughter loves it. Uh, she's just ecstatic. It's not too heavy. I use light enough steel. It's got a little bit of a metallic sound to it, kind of. It's a real bright kind of sound, and it's a beautiful. It's like a compact body. I really appreciate you guys watching this. It means a lot to me. I'm just thankful for the opportunity to share this with you guys. So leave a comment. Let me know what you think. I really appreciate it, guys. Thank you.